My name is Elizabeth Anglin. I am an alien abduction experiencer that has been involved in the field for 28 years now, 29 years, in terms of the worldly field. I've been abducted since I was teeny tiny, and so who knows how long I've been involved with abductions. I'm actually not an abductee anymore. I'm more of a contactee, but I've been involved with extraterrestrial intelligences since then. And the name of this talk is really dedicated to John Mack, who I worked with at Harvard University, who used to stay in between doing things as we walked down the hallway. Well, you know, we're not in Kansas anymore. And I'd be like, really? We're not in Kansas anymore? Are you know, did you have to use that analogy? And now that I look back on it, I think it's a fair analogy because as we've seen disclosure unfold in the experiencer position or role within disclosure unfold, we find out that there's a lot of players, and there's a lot of players for and a lot of players against. So to start off with, you know, the experiencer is Dorothy. Come on, we're Dorothy. We're minding our own business. Maybe we're trying to run away from home, but we're minding our own business otherwise. And what happens? The ETs come, or we become aware of the ETs, and they blow our worlds apart and send us over the rainbow into a new world/worldview. Oh boy, why did we ever run away from home? While we're there, we find out this other world has its own dominant paradigm, but really our dominant paradigm is basically, come on, the Wicked Witch of the West. Because what are we fighting against when we're trying to disclose something and nobody wants it disclosed, or very few people want it disclosed? We're not fighting the people. We're not fighting the military-industrial complex all the time. Sometimes it's our family members, our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers. Sometimes it's people that are friends who don't really want to get involved with that. They'd rather have our time and attention be spent on, you know, being their friend and taking care of them instead of all of a sudden having a crisis. Sometimes it's work. They don't really enjoy it when you don't show up because you've been out all night and you're in terrible, terrible pain. And this is the third time this month that you've been out all night and you're in terrible, terrible pain. So it's really hard to go to work. It's also the media, which is really the arm of the dominant paradigm, but not necessarily the problem. Is scientists, not necessarily the problem. We'll see who they are as we go along. So the dominant paradigm, we're going to call it the Wicked Witch of the West because, you know, it's pretty powerful. It's got everybody put down. Everybody's got to be in their place. If you're a munchkin, you got to do everything in the right order. We have some worldly helpers along our path. The Tin Man and the Scarecrow. And if you notice here, this is the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and Dorothy in the scary forest before Oz. Do you know who wasn't there? He ran away. But he's still moral support. And so what we end up having a lot of times is our moral support won't necessarily be there for us when the crap hits the fan or when the rubber hits the road, but they'll talk to us on the phone. They'll have long conversations with us. They'll ask us lots of questions about our experiences so they can find out all about it. But when we really need something, when you're scared in the enchanted forest, they might head for the hills. But they're still there. They're moral support. They're not necessarily your worldly helpers. Spiritual helpers, Glenda the Good. Why is Glenda the Good the spiritual help? What does spiritual help do? Does it say, I'm going to do it for you? It shows you the way. And what did Glenda do? Showed her the path. Glenda showed her the path, and on the path said, take that path, go do it yourself. She didn't do anything for her. So getting back to disclosure, who wants it? Dorothy, ET experiencers, some alien groups, munchkins. And I say munchkins because our friend, you know, some of my alien friends are kind of short and cute, and they all sort of operate in collective order like the munchkins do. Hippies, rainbows, and the Tin Man. They want to have a heart. I don't know if any of you have met any real hippies lately, but, you know, it's all about the love. Tin Man's all about the love. Conspiracy theorists. They want to be helpful. They're really interested. But, man, are they scared of that dominant paradigm and what might happen if you go against the powers that be. Free energy proponents, the Lollipop Guild. I'm just saying that because I couldn't figure out what to call the free energy proponents, but, you know, Lollipop Guild is good. A few academics who I'm going to call the Scarecrow, and we'll see why in a minute. And spiritualists, healers, therapists, they're all in league with Glenda. Who doesn't? An alien group or two. Call them power mongers, call them whatever you want. World leaders, witches of East and West, including the wizard, the great and powerful Oz, who is more of a religious leader when it comes right down to it. Military industrial banking complex. More academics are against than for. We'll call them the Palace Guard. Radicalized skeptics, call them the flying monkeys, because if you go off on this path, they're going to pick you up and maybe drop you on your butt if they get a hold of you. Antium and the Oz city dwellers, they like their lives exactly the way they are. Their reality is cool, it's chill. Don't bug them with something else.